Hello everyone, this is White Wolf. I hope the internet connection is good, so I'm restarting this live. And also tonight I wanted to talk about energetic vampires and how to protect yourself from energetic vampires and not to allow the people and places and things that you've been around your entire existence to linger, to stay, to try to suck the life out of you, and knowing to have everything in your space that is supposed to be there. So when we're dealing with energetic vampires, we don't want people to try to come into our lives and try to mess up anything in our lives, try to siphon our energy, try to take things from us, and also understanding that our energy is our energy. Our force field of energy is our force field. So we can't allow people within our space, and we also can't just allow the world to be an energetic vampire, like going to a specific place or feeling like you have people's family members come in your home and just allowing that energy to linger, and to always have that awareness that an energetic vampire could very well be your significant other and you just don't even realize it. You don't realize that you've been experiencing that for so long. And also let me know if the internet connection is good. When we're dealing with energetic vampires, what we're really discerning is that who is really spiritually aligned and who isn't spiritually aligned, because people will try to manipulate you and deceive you and try to prop them up as a light worker, and they want you to do these things for them, or they're very needy people, or they're very much the put down artist and the egotist, and they want to just have you do what they want you to do instead of doing what you want to do, or getting upset or having this victim state of consciousness to where you're always the one who has to apologize. And so what came up to me very abruptly was about energetic vampires is that when they are always justified in everything they do, they never take accountability and responsibility for what they do. And they also carry a lot of cords that they've never severed. They also have attachments to everywhere they go. And they also project everything that you don't want in your life onto you. So when the energetic vampire feels justified, feels like they are always in the driver's seat, they always feel like they're the one who's victorious, or they're winning the power struggle and stuff like that. So within our spiritual journey, we have to discern who needs to be within our space, who needs to be within our lives, and also what we need within our lives. Sometimes an energetic vampire could be a TV program that you're watching. Sometimes you have to watch certain TV shows because they are showing you something. So sometimes it's like, okay, I can't listen to that music anymore. I can't watch that TV show anymore. And also grounding is very essential when we're trying to get away from energetic vampires, because we're tapping into nature and we're allowing ourselves to also set up psychic protection, a 5-layer protection grid also as well. So I want you guys to understand, I hope the internet connection is good. Let me know if the internet connection is good. I want you guys to know that by using your authority, using your discernment, and also allowing your guides to protect you as well, calling in like 1,000 angels, calling in 1,000 fairies, dragons, and things of that nature, because we never know when we're in the midst of an energetic vampire. And also think of your pets as psychic protectors, because on the floors of your home, what they're doing is that they're protecting the bottom of your house, the floor. It's very, very essential. And also, like, if you have a dog and there's someone who comes over and they bark at that person, there's a reason for that. That means that is a person is not good juju. So it's really seeing that there's a lot of people in the spiritual community that are very gifted, that sometimes you'll interact with them and then sometimes you won't have resonance for them. That doesn't mean that they're necessarily an energetic vampire, but sometimes when there's people that want to have you as a client, or you have an appointment with them and then you start to really feel bad, that's usually a sign that you should not have an appointment with that person, or they tried to make you feel bad as the appointment was going on, or they were really saying like, oh, you need, like, because we all need clearing and we all need things from other entities, but sometimes it's almost to the point where you have to really see, like, if they're on a live and you tap into their energy and there's something wonky there, that's more than just resonance. That's more than just seeking out your truth. I hope the internet connection is good. Let me know in the comment section if the internet connection is good. But really what I wanted to get across here with this video was that it's very essential at this time to protect ourselves from dark energy and the polarity of positive and negative. We don't have to give in to people's triggers and their emotions and their anger and all the other things that they want us to experience. Sometimes we could be with a person and they're making us experience their suffering. They're making us experience their hardship, or they're trying to control and manipulate everything that you do. And this could be friendships, it could be family, it could be a whole plethora of things. So I want you guys to understand that it's not just one thing. It's not just certain people, but it's just society. It's knowing where you want your energy to be like and where you want everything to be accentuated. Like you're the renovator of this house, so place everything in your house that where you want it to be. You know, place everything inside your house where you want it to be. And also just have discernment that staying in your lane is very much good sometimes. Sometimes being like working on yourself internally and channeling internally will allow yourself to gain a lot of wisdom, a lot of discernment, and also a lot of learning that you don't necessarily need others to become who you're supposed to be. Sometimes we do need psychic appointments, sometimes we do need others, but don't put a person on a pedestal so that they can get you to the next stage of your journey. But also, I've also been psychically attacked on my lives. I had a person try to come in, but I'm so powerful that they were like a little gnat and they repelled off of me. I've also had people try to influence me in a negative way, trying to make me a part of them and prop them up. So I'm not saying that they don't realize what they're doing. It really means just like what is aligned energy. So we have to understand like what is aligned energy and what isn't aligned energy. What is good energy and what is bad energy. And it's really just a polarity of light and dark and understanding where you're supposed to be. Because some people, they may resonate from a lower energy, but it doesn't make them necessarily like evil. But there's some people that don't know what they're channeling. They don't know what they're channeling. So you have to know what you're channeling. And it's really seeing like, okay, we have circumstances, we have experiences where every single day it is an energetic vampire. It's not just people, but it's people, places, and things in this world that we're living in. So we have to shed light about things, we have to expose things, but we also have to speak about these things too, because we also have to be non-dual and be independent and really feel into the energy that we have to do it for the transcendent reasons that have been called upon our life. So anything in this world, everything that you're experiencing, whether it's conditioning, whether it's feeling unworthy, whether it's your emotions, whether it's you not succeeding, all of these other things, like your health, thinking that you're unhealthy could be you being an energetic vampire, or you speaking so negatively about yourself can be an energetic vampire. So it's looking at all of these things that try to take away from the anointing and the blessing on our lives. So it's even like, it's like people like online, they get on this live feed and they start like typing like a keyboard warrior, right? They're like typing negative stuff. I see it all the time. And people have actually commented on me on my lives and tried to tell me how to do what I'm conducting right now. And it was like, wow, this person's trying to tell me how to do a live feed and stuff. Like, that's an energetic vampire. Like, she's trying to tell you how to do your gifting, And it's like, it's crazy that people do this all the time. And it's like people will always type in the negative comments. because that they're giving their time and their power and their energy to me, and that's ridiculous. See, they're being an energetic vampire. So, and it's why I made that point, is because I hope the internet connection is good. Let me know if the internet connection is good. Also, you can book private sessions for $70 for psychic readings, healings, activations, and also go to my YouTube channel, White Wolf the Oracle, Instagram, whitewolf4741, and BitChute, White Wolf the Oracle 23_@ So thank you guys for watching so far and the likes. I really, really appreciate it. And we'll do a meditation as well to psychically protect ourselves and to allow ourselves to have our own space. Create space so that you create differently. Make your own palace of creation. Look at yourself like an altar. Treat yourself as sacred. Burn sage every day. And also put the blessing on your life. Put protection on your life. Ask for the best. Expect for the unexpected. And also, when we allow ourselves to see that we can get away from anything that is trying to siphon our energy, like energetic vampires, like people online, or our family, or our friends, or our job. A job could be soul-sucking, a job that you don't like, something that is not following your passion or your inspiration, or a way to manifest even greater. And sometimes when we put stuff off and we hold on to it so dear, we're actually not allowing ourselves to break the chains or the cords or the attachments we have with that said thing. It could be your job, it could be an old relationship, it could be someone who keeps trying to come into your life for some reason. It's all of these different things that we try to protect ourselves as light workers, because it's very essential. We have to protect ourselves, because if we don't, then we're taking on everybody else's energy. So we have to have kind of like this, it's not like we're shutting off our gifting, but we're allowing ourselves to be discerning with authority, with power, and protecting yourself, and walking around as if you have this electromagnetic kinetic source field, but also this 5-layer protection grid around you at all times. Because sometimes we're so empathic and so sensitive and vulnerable, and we are just so attuned and aware. It's like we allow ourselves to see, like, if our dogs are barking, we know what's going on. If our cat is like all over the place, I know they're a cat. But if they're kind of cattywampus and they're going a little haywire and they're just meowing a lot, there's a signal, there's a red flag. Or if like things are happening in your home that normally don't happen, and it could be like stubbing your toe a bunch, you got to clear the energy. You got to stop all that stuff from happening, right? So this person's like learning how you start channeling. I would get downloads. I would also just be vulnerable and be sensitive and allow the beings to come. The right beings, you got to check them. You have to say, reveal yourself, and then they will reveal themselves to you. So that's wondering about channeling. That's what I would do. I would call in like Archangel Michael, and I would be vulnerable and see what he needs to do with you. And you'll visualize that. You'll see it within your third eye, and you'll see it within yourself, because you're very, very, you have a lot of prophetic visions and stuff. So it's like channeling, we have to clear the energy when we channel. Because I channel my higher self one time. I channel my higher self when I go live. I've learned how to, obviously cleanse the energy. But one time I channeled a message from my higher self, because they were telling me that my story was a lot like Joseph in the Bible, right? And after that was done, I had to clear the energy, because it's not my energy still. So when you're channeling, you still have to clear the energy. When you go live here, there's people watching you. You still have to clear the energy. And you have to be very direct, and you have to just like use your heightened senses of awareness to know like what is around you at all times. Like, you have to be that power. You have to be aligned all the time. And it's just like clear and direct. And sometimes we don't realize it in the midst of it, and then we get into these like weird moods, and we get into these weird thoughts, and we get into these shouting matches, triggered and emotional, and we don't realize what's happening to us within our dreams. It's like having these like weird dreams. I've had like dreams that were, really bad, and you have to really learn like what is in that dream that I need to clear. What is in that dream that is just not of the highest Christ light, right? So it's like sometimes you can wake up in the morning and feel like absolutely drained. It's like sometimes you really need to recalibrate. You need to really just get back into sync with yourself and meditate upon yourself. And you also just have to sage, and you have to clear, and you have to clear. I can't stress that enough. And I'm very, because I was giving a live, and I it wasn't going through. I was trying to talk about the Sasquatch. The Sasquatch is a very powerful energy, and they allow us to traverse time and space and go into different dimensions and gateways and portals, and they're humanoid and they're interdimensional, multidimensional beings, but they are very strong beings for psychic protection. So when you call upon them, like I had an experience last night. So when Sasquatches are over your house, they're really like a structure. They're really like a wood cabin, like a log cabin. I don't know why I said wood cabin, log cabin. So they're building structure, and they're building an ark and an armor of God to surround yourself with, because you have to be your own spiritual palace, right? So you have to be your own spiritual house, and you have to be strong, and you have to have good bones, and you have to be a mighty warrior at all times, because you have to demonstrate grace within action. So I guess you guys are liking the post. That means the internet connection's good. I hope someone can tell me if the internet connection's good. I never know with these lives. And if you're on other platforms, just know I'm going live on TikTok. And it's really interesting because, in the beginning of my spiritual awakening, I noticed that we grow and we change, and we are just, it actually becomes more heightened and more intense. And I think people don't really say that. So sometimes the triggers and the emotions and what you're receiving gets more and more intense, but the way that you receive and the way that you empower and you emulate that source of creation becomes a lot easier. So it starts to become a lot easier. So we're about to do a meditation as well to psychically protect us. I'm going to do a violet flame around us and call in some of my angels and dragons and fairies and Sasquatch. So when we're doing that meditation, it's going to help you guys to protect yourself, but also maybe to start channeling, I'm hearing. So the last thing that I wanted to say is that when you are a person that has a heart, an empathic heart, a sensitive heart, a vulnerable heart, you have to guard your psychic heart. You have to guard yourself at all times. Because if you don't guard yourself, then you'll take on everyone's muck and mire. But you have to distinctly know the polarity of positive, negative, and light and dark. So that is what I'm going to say. But we're going to do a meditation. So when we're doing this meditation, I want you to see the Sasquatch and also the dragons and the angels, but also see the psychic protection, the love, and also accept this meditation as well before we do it. So we're going to do this meditation. Okay. Focus on an object, lay down, dance, whatever you want to do. But what we're going to do is that we're going to sit in the circle with six Sasquatch. So what we're going to be doing is a telepathic activation. So we're all sitting in a circle with the Sasquatches, and we're going to be shooting a gold beam out of our third eye, and it's going to allow the Sasquatch to allow you to channel better, but also psychically protect yourself, reprogram your mindset and your DNA. So we're all having a telepathic moment in a sense. So as we're having this telepathic moment, what is happening is that we're transmuting the energy and having a transfiguration of the soul and becoming dazzling white as spiritual mass, as the light body. So we're going to call in Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Sandalphon, Raphael, and Zadkiel. And we're going to call in the royal blue gold dragons and the violet flame and gold dragons. And also we're going to call in the fire dragon for protection. So we're going to have a violet flame put around us in a circle. But we're also going to have another layer of fire from the fire dragon. And then we're going to encompass the armor of God. Okay? So we're going to have the helm of salvation, the sword of the Spirit, and we have Merlin's staff as well, the belt of truth, and the breastplate of righteousness. And then we're going to ground as well. So we're going to ground deep in the middle of Mother Gaia Earth, up and below. We're also going to connect with the tree people. They're going to help us ground within the divine feminine essence. And they're going to allow us to have an affirmation. I am majestic. So say that to yourself. I am majestic. I am blessed. I am grand. I am infinitely worthy. So the tree people are with us. And they're helping us recalibrate our chakras and tap into our galactic chakras as well. Helping us channel better to be receptive of being's wisdom. Also to look at our animals as sacred. So like your pets that you have in your life, or if you don't have a pet, maybe you can have a spirit animal, unicorns, a pegasus, a horse, a turtle. I'm hearing some of you have spirit animals as turtles, but we have to see that our furry friends really know when something is off. They know when you're upset. They know when you're not feeling whoop-de-doo. So like when we wake up in the morning and we feel tired, in a sense. If we wake up in the morning and feel tired, is that normal? We have to separate what is normal and what is in vibrational alignment. So with this healing meditation, what this is doing is that it's accentuating the energy. It's allowing you to call your power back, but to implement it and to know that you're that kinetic, electromagnetic, kinetic source energy that never stops generating the pulse. So also what I want you guys to visualize is the experience that I had with the transmutation of the soul, was that I saw myself float up and levitate, and then this light that encompassed all of light pierced the entire body from the top of the head to the feet, and it was like a sonic boom, a spontaneous combustion of cosmic energy that transversed the speed of sound in time and space, so that there was the full power and the full psychic protection there. And also some medallions are coming for some of you. These necklaces, because I wear a necklace, it's a sign of royalty, a sign of a champion, and also just respect. So there's a medallion, whatever you want, whatever is being shown to you. They're not telling me to describe this normally. So it's like seeing yourself in a heightened state of awareness. It's seeing yourself as beautiful, as wondrous, and knowing that you're the channel of this psychic protection. You are stronger than you think. You are a mighty warrior. So what this is doing is that it's empowering you to protect yourself at all cost. Because we have had so long been persecuted, we have been subjected to being objects, to being punching bags, to having projected limitations on ourselves, but also onto others, and others doing that to us. But it's time to sever those attachments, those cords, those other things, and know that we're a creator of worlds, if you will. We are a creator of worlds. We are already a master in the human form. We're already an ascended master in the human form. So a lot of you are having throat chakra clearings as well. So that's why I kind of got choked up a little bit. And also what is happening is that you just had the ultimate third eye activation. The ultimate third eye is like seeing your eye in 3 different colors. So some of your eyes are encompassed of like green, blue, and brown. So some of you have hazel and yellow and purple. So some of your third eyes are 3 different colors. That's supposed to mean something. I don't know what that means at this very moment, but I'll figure it out, they say. And when you're doing this, you also allow yourself to realize what your higher self is. You can become the higher self, but you have to accept the higher self's wisdom. So you can say, I accept my higher self, and then you can be the higher self now. So we're all trying to become that higher self, that parallel reality, that person that allows everything to be in their space of their own nature, of their own wisdom, of their own bliss and love and transcendence that they're supposed to be here. So this is like your spiritual palace. This is your room. This is your coffee place, whatever it may be for you. So this is where you're safe. This is where your protection grid comes in, like earth, fire, wind, rain, and snow. So see it for what it is. But just know that it's very much real. It's very much real. It's as real as you make it. It's as real as you make it to be. So also what is happening as well is that we're having a graduation ceremony. So the Black Panther's here. A lot of clearing energy with the Black Panther, a lot of cord cutting, a lot of getting rid of attachments, limiting beliefs, and things of that nature. So it's like an ayahuasca ceremony with the Black Panther. So receive that as well. And also see that it's a graduation ceremony. Grandmother, the tribal women, the Intergalactic Council have stepped forward and are sitting with us as well. Just having fun. Also, I'm hearing if you want loved ones to come as well. You can have loved ones come as well if it makes you comfortable. That's what I'm hearing. So, and just relax. Just take a breather. Take some space. Take some time for yourself. And just know everything is just fine. That I am an energetic blesser. I'm an energetic releaser. I'm an energetic projector. I'm an energetic manifester. I'm a magnetic force of energy. So let's all just recalibrate, recenter, but also let's just keep that installed. Let's not ground to forget, let's ground to remember. And let's just be that state of being. Whoa. The light flickered and it was just like a sonic boom and combustion, and it was just so beautiful. It was like psh, psh, psh. That was amazing. It was just like when that happened, it just like I had an activation myself. That was so beautiful. It was almost like, like when you sneeze or like when you get kind of startled. And when that happens, like you're like something's coming into balance. And when that light flickered, that was just so amazing when that happened, because it felt like something was released. It was like that Kundalini energy just came in, and it was just like, yeah. So that meditation was pretty powerful, I thought. So I want to thank you guys. I hope the internet connection's good. Just know if the internet connections. I see that Emma is on, so thank you for liking the live. Thank you for 1,000 likes, and also I appreciate you letting me give you a reading. Just know that I don't only do readings, but I do live feeds as well. Depending on how I feel, I'll probably do some readings and healings after this. But if I don't, then I have went to bed. But I want to thank you guys, and I want you guys to know that you should always have your best interests. You should always guard your hearts, and you should always just allow yourselves to be protected. You should be sacred, and you should not be a follower, but you should be a leader. I'm not saying to not have like a following on social media. We all need that. We all need community. We all need to love one another and share. But don't be a follower, be a leader, and be a transverser, and be a transmuter of energy, but also be in a way of a spiritual intuitive, a master intuitive in human form. Allow yourself to be that. And it will never lead you astray, because you have discernment and intuition, and you're actually thinking for yourself. And I think that's what's beautiful, is that we can finally think for ourselves. And think for yourself, and never give your power away to how the earth wants you to be. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this live. You can go to my YouTube channel, White Wolf the Oracle, Instagram, whitewolf4741, and BitChute, whitewolf the Oracle 23 _@. Also, you can book private sessions as well for $70 for readings, healings, activation codes, downloads. So if you just missed this live, just know that you can book a private session with me. And if you just come onto the live, just know that I'm always free, and that you can book a private session with me anytime. And I want to thank you guys for being a part of this live, and God bless, and namaste.